nutritional leaching and allow plants to more effectively utilize the nutrients, this is a product I would recommend. All compost are not created equal, and when it comes to quality, Back to Earth does it right. Get your bags of Back to Earth Cotton Burr Max at Jericho.
Live from the American Home Furniture Outlet and Clearance Studio. This is New Mexico's #1 radio station, 96.3 News Radio, KKOB.
Back live in studio, Richard from Jericho here, waiting for some phone calls, 505-243-3333. Easy for me to say. 505-243-3333 is the number. Give us a call. If you didn't have a gratitude, how about a Christmas story? You got something you could share? Maybe it's got some encouragement, something that is warming to the cockles of your heart. Maybe just, an expression of joy somehow or another. 505-243-3333. Busy at the nursery. Fresh cut Christmas trees are the name of the game this week, and I expect this weekend to be the busiest, and we'd already started this morning. Jerry and I have a secret.
We do. Oh, no, you're not going to tell everybody.
I'm not. If you can tell me what the secret is, I'll give you a free poinsettia.
Oh, okay.
I got my second shipment of poinsettias in this week. You should see them. I've been on the radio so much over the last few weeks that I'm lost and confused and dazed and confused if it was Led Zeppelin. And oh my gosh, I was on with Bob. I was on with TJ. I was on here 2 weeks ago. Oh my goodness. So new poinsettia came in. And the reason I bring up on with Bob is when I was on with Bob, sometime in the last 2 weeks. It's all
sometime.
It's all running together.
Time's a construct.
Yeah. If you know the secret, you get it. In fact, I'll make it even sweeter. I'll give you one of these $60 poinsettias for free if you know the secret. But you got to call in and tell me what the secret is. No text. Got to call in and tell me what it is.
That's funny.
It's a red and white poinsettia that I can't get my arms around. This thing is so huge. So I mentioned that on the air. Bob said, I got to come get one. A lady came in that day and bought every one of them. She said, I heard about your poinsettias, and showed up and bought me up. So got our second shipment this week. Oh my gosh, they're beautiful. They are absolutely striking. If you haven't been to the website, go check out the website, because shout out to Lou, who does my website, does my blog, does my email every week. And he did some great folklore on cut trees and what we do there, and live poinsettias, and where that all started and began. I said, hey, just to do something about Christmas trees and poinsettias, and he outdid himself. Absolutely beautiful. So forgot my reading glasses because I was in a hurry, and do you need
to borrow my readers?
No, I don't, because I can see it. It's just we become so habitual, don't we? Like I reach for them. I can see that Carrie's on the line about grass.
But before we go to Carrie, can I share my mom's poinsettia story?
Yes.
So she had a poinsettia long ago. She took care of it, and it had it for over 12 years. It was like 4 feet high, 6 feet across, and she'd carry it and water it, and it just grew and grew and grew. I did not know they were that long lived.
Did she?
Because I never had one survive past February or March.
Did she get it to bloom?
I think so. I'm going to say yes, because sure, that makes a better story.
Okay, I like it. So what is crazy is that, again, go to the website. Read about them. They grow as shrubs in Mexico.
Yeah.
So what makes them, well, we'll come back to that, because thank you so much for calling. 505-243-3333, 3333, lots of threes. 505-243-3333. Give us a call. Share some Christmas spirit. What you do with your poinsettia, how you keep your cut tree growing and going, and what you do if you don't have a cut tree. Is it a wreath or a garland or what? Carrie, good morning.
Good morning.
Thanks for calling. How can we help you?
I've got a two-part question. For one, why did people used to burn their lawns back in the day?
It was an easy way to get rid of thatch, and it was primarily Bermuda lawns, and they're just so aggressive that you can't hardly hurt them, though we did find over years and experimentation and study that it's not good. It's not healthy. You do more harm than good. But it's an easy way to get rid of all the dead in a Bermuda lawn. We surely don't recommend it.
And ash is not good for our soil, correct?
Yeah, really well said, Kerry. Yeah, ash is alkaline. Our soil is alkaline. So, I have I have 4 wood stoves. I have 2 wood stoves we clean out regularly, and you would think let's put the ash in the compost pile, but it is high in alkalinity. So is our water and our soil, and alkalinity tends to lock up nutrients and not make them
Okay.
available. And so, unfortunately, we just say put the ashes in the dumpster.
Okay. My last question is, my lawn is kind of, I don't know how you got dips and whatnot in it. How's the best way to level it? Sand?
Really slowly or extremely aggressive. You could put down, 1/4 inch, 1/2 inch of soil at a time, let the grass grow through it. So you could do that this fall. You're not going to be able to add more winter, I guess, add more till you see some growth, and you slowly let it grow through these layers that you're slowly increasing a little at a time. What kind of lawn is it? Do you know?
Heinz 57.
All right. Bluegrass has the rhizome than underground stems, so it is more likely to grow through it than some of the other grasses. But if you go too deep, you can kill the grass. So it's a little at a time. That's the gradual process. The other process is to cut out the hole or just completely fill it in and level it. And if it doesn't come through, reseed or resod those spots.
Okay. That's all I had. I appreciate it.
I appreciate the call. Thank you very much.
Okay. See ya. Bye.
505-243-3333. Thank you, Jerry. Is the number. My daughter mowed our native grass a couple of weeks ago. It's pleasant. I was on with, it was TJ. I think it was this week. Wednesday? Yeah, Wednesday. Wednesday the 3rd, right?
Oh yeah, that's right. I was here.
Yeah, you were. You came and filled in. Right?
Last minute, yeah.
Yeah.
Carlisle on traffic got sick, and I got a call.
So we were talking about what do you do in the wintertime and clean up leaves. And this is change for me. Growth is always change, right? The opportunity to do something different, take a different route to work, brush your teeth with your left hand, tell yourself you love yourself and looking in the mirror, and don't get weird about it. I do not clean up areas that are habitats for critters. I clean up the lawn, and this is what TJ asked me. He said, if the leaves are too thick on the lawn, just like the soil, not healthy. But if there are some leaves, it's okay. But if it's so thick you can't see and you see the grass, then you're stopping oxygen and water flow, then absolutely important that you get rid of those leaves. But I blow off my walkways. I clean my courtyard because it's concrete. I clean under my mulberry, which just lost its leaves. Unbelievable. They didn't even turn yellow. It just got cold enough. They all fell off green. And that mulberry's out in the front yard where nobody goes and there's no gardening going on. And there might be a little habitat, but it's such a massive amount of leaves that they're great for composting. So I clean those up because I want them in the compost pile. But the rest of the yard, which is most, doesn't get raked, doesn't get cleaned, doesn't get pruned, because I am creating habitats for humanity, for nature, for critters. If you don't have a few critters, I saw ladybugs yesterday at the nursery, shockingly cleaning up, then the ecosystem's off. A few weeds, a few bugs, you should have. I feel like I am blessed to have some wildlife in my neighborhood that keeps bugs down. And I've told the story 100 times. I'll tell it again, probably 100 more. I quit spraying my roses with any sort of pesticide because my wife can taste the roses in the honey. I'm a beekeeper. I have bees in my yard. I have 2 hives. And when I pull the frames out, she can taste the roses in the honey. Well, I don't want anything on those. I am 62. I have exposed myself to way more than I should have in my 50 years of adult life. And yes, starting at 12 or younger, that I am going to try my best to avoid things that are toxic. please know that organic is just as toxic as non-organic. But if I can avoid a pesticide, an herbicide, a fungicide, I'm gonna. There's integrated pest management, meaning if it's not doing harm, why would you treat? We are, I don't know if it's just that it's Americans or it's affluent. Oh, what are we going to do? What do we have? I have weeds. I have some bugs. Are they causing damage? Are there more weeds than you can walk through the lawn and step on? Are there enough bugs that the plant is suffering because of it? If there's not, maybe you want to reconsider. There are lots of means. I guess when I say organic is just toxic as well, ladybugs are not. Nematodes are a great source for grubs. And with all of that said, I will also use a pesticide, herbicide, fungicide if I need it. And I feel like I've got a couple of areas that I'm fighting Bermuda in my vegetable garden. And if I don't use an herbicide, I'm not going to win. That herbicide, that Bermuda is aggressive and assertive, and I don't think I can keep it back. And even with some of the strongest herbicides that I have access to, that you have access to, I can keep it at bay, but I can't eliminate it. And it would cause such toxic overflow that I don't want to do that. So I keep it at bay and I chase it around and I move from place to place in the vegetable garden, onward and upward. 505-243-3333 at 11:33. Going to take our first break. Thanks for the calls. 2 of them coming in. We appreciate you. It's Richard from Jericho. Ho, ho, ho. Merry Christmas. Call me with some Christmas spirit, please. Till a couple minutes from now. I'll be right back.
You want it right today. Get it done the Daniels way. Daniels Plumbing, Heating, and Air.
Call Daniels for your plumbing, heating, and air projects. Daniels is locally owned and operated, one of just a few left in town. You want to use a local company that's invested in the community because you can trust their team and they'll be there when you need them most. Call Daniels today.
You want it right today. Get it done the Daniels way. Daniels Plumbing, Heating, and Air.
Hi, this is John Seaver with Just Sprinklers. Yes, it's called Just Sprinklers, but wow, we have so much more at our 6 locations throughout Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Santa Fe. Come in and check out Just Sprinklers' huge inventory of firewood. Our stores have 4 different types of firewood. We have cedar, we have oak, we have pinyon, we have pine. And guess what? We have the best prices in town. And don't worry about picking it up. We will deliver it for free. Just Sprinkler Store will help you with all that you need. And order today and get same-day delivery. So call us at 797-3384 or look us up at justsprinklers.com or come by and take a visit at Just Sprinkler Store. Find a location nearest you and stay a few minutes and browse our landscape superstore.
You're gonna just love Just Sprinklers.
Are you an energy worker receiving home health care? Don't settle. It's time to choose better care. At CNS Cares, our local nurses provide reliable care you can count on. Your dedicated care manager will help you get all the care and benefits you've earned.
My first provider made a lot of promises. CNS Cares has delivered.
Find out why more families are switching to CNS Cares. Visit cnscares.com.
Yo, New Mexico, it's Rick from Jericho here. And as we move into a new planting season, I would like to remind you that your gardening angels at Jericho are here to help you with this season's gardening adventures and endeavors. With all the craziness in the world and the political unrest and instability, I truly believe that we all agree on much more than we don't. So I would like to invite you to come to Jericho, decompress, take a break from all the madness, enjoy a therapeutic walk through our beautiful tropical greenhouses, meander through our seasonal greenhouses, where you are sure to find something distinctly different and unique. Stroll through trees and shrubs for color and texture, and enjoy more amazing wall decor and yard art than you've seen in the 505. So come to Jericho and receive a warm and welcome smile from someone who appreciates you, and an honest, pleasant response to your question. And if we don't know, we'll do our best to find out. Where are you going to go? Jericho. All your yard and garden needs. Hoorah.
Some restrictions apply. See store for details.
From Tucumcari to Truth or Consequences, this is 96.3 News Radio, KKOB.
Back live in studio. Ho, ho, ho. Merry Christmas. December 6th. 2 or 3 weeks away. So here we go. Norm, thanks for waiting. This is Richard. How can I help you?
Yeah, this is Norm in Santa Fe. I was driving home from the grocery store and I heard you talking about poinsettias. And myself, I've had one alive for 10 years before some critters got it. But I finished medical school 52 years ago this month in Brisbane, Australia. And between the wings of the hospital, it's a very tropical area. They grow pineapples in that region. There was about 100-foot long hedge of poinsettias, about 5 feet tall and 100 feet long. And they were in bloom. I was there in November, December, which would have been the opposite season, but they were in full bloom. And I always remember that. I was a young guy, like 26 then. And also between the hospital wings, they had Norfolk Island pines that were probably 50 feet tall or taller.
That's a striking vision, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. You remember these things from long ago.
Yeah. So
anyway, wanted to share that with you.
I appreciate it. Poinsettias were blooming, and in Australia, it's opposite. So the days were long.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, the days were long then. I mean, this was December would be like January here.
You mean July?
I mean July. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry,
my head tilts like a dog in question. I'm like, why? Because what I'm taught is that poinsettias bloom in the wintertime when the days are short. So that's what.
Oh yeah, the ones I have here are my Christmas cacti are real dependent on the day of the length of the day.
Yeah, that's why I'm confused about why are they blooming over on the other side of the world when the days are long.
Yeah, I don't remember. I mean, it was I was there in November, December, and then I took off across the country by bus after that.
Cool. Hey, I appreciate you taking the time sharing with us because stories like that.
Thank you. Have a good day.
You too. Merry Christmas to you. Thank you.
Thank you.
We're going to try John. John, if we can't hear you, I'm going to put you back on hold and we're going to feed that call in because I know you're driving it on speaker. So, John, good morning.
I've got it. Hello.
Yay. Yeah. Go ahead.
I've got, we planted Park Blend this fall and some of the grass came up and others haven't come up. So I need to reseed again, but I've got a lot of weeds to take care of. When do I take care of the weeds without hurting the grass?
Before it gets too hot, once they start growing, there's little you can do about it when they're not actively growing. So probably not until next April or May. And the best time to reseed would be the middle of March to the middle of April. I'm going to tell you to reseed again. I struggle with this. Pre-emergence can be used to keep things from germinating, but then you can't reseed. So,
it doesn't wear off in a few months.
90 days, and so by the time it wears off, the weeds could still be growing.
Oh, you're right.
So you've got to decide what is more important or valuable. Are you going to reseed and get the grass stronger, or is the weed problem bad enough you're going to kill weeds before you reseed? Because the timing is right about the same time, a little later for controlling weeds than seeding. But once you seed, you're going to then push out being able to use a weed killer on it even further. So if the weeds are really bad, then you're going to treat the weeds as soon as you see growth in the spring. If the weeds aren't really bad, then you're going to reseed and wait for that lawn to be a lawn, or avoid spraying weed killer where the new areas of reseeding are. So how well did it come in? How well did the grass seed come in?
Not near as well as I wanted it to. I don't know why.
I'm going to, again, I keep going here. I'm going to lean towards reseeding before you treat for weeds, and then be very selective with your weed killer on where you spray it.
Okay. All right.
All right.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Thanks for waiting. Appreciate it. Also, we have somebody who texted in, is it still illegal to propagate a Christmas cactus? Well, quite honestly, I didn't know it was illegal to propagate Christmas cactus. I know that certain names of certain things have patents, and you're not supposed to be able to make those new ones. Some of the royalties is what it is. There's a royalty piece that if you have a royalty on something, you're not supposed to be able, other people are not supposed to be able to create that particular plant. Dare I put this out there? Yeah. It's similar to other things that, you know, are you making a few cuttings off of a Christmas cactus breaking the law? I'm going to say no. I'm going to say you own the plant. If you were propagating, and then just like the NFL, and you're going to show that show, you can't do that. But you can tape the show and show it in your living room. That's not illegal.
So you couldn't take cuttings and resell
I probably couldn't and shouldn't cut, depending again on loyalties and trademarks. But I don't think most of my Christmas cactus are trademarked or have royalties on them. So a homeowner absolutely should be fine.
But actually, let me revise that. You're saying absolutely not, never in any circumstance should you do that. Me, because I own nothing that you can actually sue me for. For the big conglomerate, the Christmas cactus conglomerate, Illuminati come after me. Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
don't resell them.
I'm going to input divine protection for myself and hope. But you know, I've said and done things that people are like, "Well, that's illegal." Well, no, yeah, me saying something to somebody about something is not the illegal part. It is when it becomes effective to the whole of the industry, not particular part. So, you taking some cuttings and making some Christmas cactus, one, I don't think is illegal, and two, how are they ever going to catch it?
That's true.
Is it not illegal until you get caught? I'm not advocating that. If things were absolutely illegal, like
who sells those? Who grows those? Is it Monsanto?
No,
in that case,
because
I've
then
got
I would
one
say,
opinion.
That's the and I get myself in all kinds of trouble.
Although I do appreciate them for Roundup at making my life a little easier in the weeding department. But,
now we have to go there. We have to go there because you did. Yeah. Glyphosate itself is carcinogenic, and we know that. Yeah. Anything that kills stuff is dangerous, and we should know that, but we don't. The spin that Roundup put on their product years ago was it naturally breaks down to naturally occurring compounds within a couple of weeks you can plant where you've sprayed it. Seems like a pretty decent weed killer to me.
Yeah.
Take all of the stuff that we don't know, that I know, that maybe you don't know, out of the equation, and Roundup's not a bad product.
Now I'm going to wear gloves,
right,
and a mask when I spray it,
right?
Now that I know. But
we know that it causes cancer.
Back in the day,
we didn't. And here's the part that's awful. And this is what I hope that Monsanto doesn't come with their torches and lawyers. Monsanto knew it and didn't tell us. And that is wrong. That is absolutely wrong. The other thing is the misuse of product and the genetically modifying. You and I have glyphosate in our systems. I promise you.
You're old enough. I'm sure.
We do.
Or has it broken down by now into its component, all natural chemical components?
Well, it's kind of like plastic. It's in us. I mean, and it's not going away. The way that happens is that we have 80% of our grain has been genetically modified to be Roundup ready. Meaning I can go in and spray Roundup over the top of my wheat and not hurt the wheat.
And it hurts the weeds underneath.
Kills the weeds underneath. Okay. Some people I haven't done the research. Some people I've heard say use herbicides to kill it because it's easier to harvest. So it's not even killing weeds, it's killing the plant itself so you can harvest whatever the product is.
Oh.
So glyphosate is very much like plastics. It's in the world. It's not going away. So wear your gloves, wear your mask. I have it. I also have another product called Killzall that is a soil sterilant. And I want you to be extremely careful. I want to really talk you out of using a sterilant. But there are a few times that the application might be worthwhile. Pruning paint, on the other hand, I do try and stay with integrity. You don't want to use pruning paint. I want you to be very careful using a sterilant, but maybe you've got the North 40 on where you park the RV that's not affecting your neighbor, that isn't going to run off, that's not going to soak in and kill stuff nearby, that a soil sterilant would be worthwhile. Used to be a product out there that they said lasted for 5 years. The product didn't change, the label changed. It said lasts up to a year. Well, Albuquerque and New Mexico, our soil, our lack of water, our alkalinity, as we talked about, those things seem to stay in a lot longer than we would probably prefer that they're there, including glyphosate. It's probably there a lot longer than we think it should be. And so all of this said, it's using more than common sense. It's reading labels. Men are terrible. We don't follow directions. We don't even read directions. We don't read labels. We think if a little is better, then more is even stronger, and that's just not true. My father taught me, and we'll go to break after this. Everybody's in it for a buck for the most part. If it makes money, then let's sell it. So if you're reading a label and it says 2 tablespoons per gallon, which is an ounce, this made such good redneck common sense to me. If it says 2 tablespoons per gallon on the label, that company makes money when you use their product. So if you could put 6 tablespoons, 8 tablespoons, 12 tablespoons per gallon legally and effectively and not harmfully, they would probably put it on the label. So the strongest dilution rate is on the label. Probably, I've been told, you could use most of those things at half the rate that they're recommending and get the same results. So don't use more, use less. Just be consciously aware. Again, integrated pest management. It's Christmas time. We got one more show, one more segment of the show. Need some more Christmas gratitudes. Oh, good. I got another text. 505-243-3333 is the number. 505-243-3333. It's the Christmas Spirit Week. It's December 6th. Give us a call. If you have some questions for me, let me know. It's Richard from Jericho at 96.3 News Radio KKOB. I'll be right back.
As December ushers in winter, Bacchus Trees reminds you of the importance of caring for your trees, a crucial investment in your property's beauty and value. Are your trees prepared for the cold weather? Proper pruning and trimming can protect them from winter damage, ensuring their health and stability. With December's frosty temperatures, it's essential to monitor your trees for signs of stress or damage. Bacchus certified arborists and dedicated diagnostician are here to assist with any concerns, from winterizing your trees to addressing potential diseases, ensuring their well-being. Bacchus Trees, licensed, bonded, and insured, has more than 40 years experience in caring for New Mexico's diverse landscapes. Schedule your annual health assessment with Bacchus Trees today. Call 505-899-6666 or visit BacchusTrees.com. Let's ensure that your trees remain strong and beautiful throughout the winter and beyond. Recycling all green waste and only using chemicals when absolutely necessary. Bacchus Trees, providing expert tree care since 1980. Call 505-899-6666 or visit BacchusTrees.com.
Average doesn't grow your business. Smart Strategy does. Cumulus digital campaigns outperform industry benchmarks by over 25%. You're not average, and your results shouldn't be either. Visit cumulusdigital.com today to leave average behind.
Hi, this is Big Jim from Big Jim Farms. Join us this holiday season for Winter of Enchantment. Our farm is transformed into a winter wonderland with sparkling lights, glowing luminarias, and all your favorite New Mexico holiday traditions. Pick out a Christmas tree, local gifts, and attend a holiday workshop. Enjoy the magic with Santa and more. It's free to visit, so come make memories at Winter of Enchantment at Big Jim Farms. Learn more at winterofenchantment.com.
The 60th annual Luminaria Tour is just around the corner. On Wednesday, December 24th, the Luminaria Tour will take you through Old Town and the Country Club area. Tickets are first come, first served, so be sure to visit luminariatour.com and get your tickets today.
Yo, New Mexico, it's Rick from Jericho. Amending the soil is an important first step in creating healthy soil. Whether you're on the Upper East Side working with decomposed granite, down in the valley with the compacted clay, or dealing with the sandy soils on the west side, amending with compost adds valuable organic matter and helps create proper water filtration and aerate your soil. While there are a variety of compost available on the market today, Back to Earth Composted Cotton Burr is a great compost, only better. This compost has humate added to stimulate microbial life and release otherwise inaccessible vital nutrients. If you want to create a better plant root environment, improve moisture retention, reduce nutritional leaching, and allow plants to more effectively utilize the nutrients, this is a product I would recommend. All compost are not created equal, and when it comes to quality, Back to Earth does it right. Get your bags of Back to Earth Cotton Burr Max at Jericho.
TJ Trout here on Monday. The rules have changed at the Sunport. Leah Black will tell us all about it, plus DA and gubernatorial candidate Sam Bregman at 5. Show starts at 3 at 96.3 News Radio, KKOB.
Back live in studio. We got time 505-243-3333. I have a secret. Do you know what it is? Get you a poinsettia. If you do, nobody knows. That's fine. Fred, good morning.
Yeah. Should we water the trees? We planted some shade trees and fruit trees this summer. Should we worry about watering them now in the cold weather?
Yes, you should, Fred. It's really important, especially new trees, but all trees. I recommend once a week. We didn't get our first recorded frost.
Even now in the winter?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Much more damage is done to a plant that freezes dry than wet, and that's a real oxymoron for people. They don't understand it. They think that there's going to be damage done when it's wet and cold. There's much more damage done when it's dry and cold, and you won't know until next spring. So once a week in the wintertime. We didn't get our first frost until December this year. We did get frost, but the frost isn't official until it happens at the airport. That didn't happen until December. It normally happens in October. So we're warmer than normal. I say once a week, Fred, because I need to be on a real regular system. Part of my secret.
That's what they told us when we planted them, just once a week in the summer.
No way. Absolutely not. We recommend 3 times a week in the summer, every day for 2 weeks after you first plant them.
Yeah, after that.
But once a week is the wintertime watering.
Okay.
No,
I guess it would be okay if I water it every 2 weeks. No, I mean, it's not going to harm anything.
It's more harmful to not water than to water.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
All righty.
All right. Hey, I appreciate the call, Fred. Thank you. Merry Christmas.
Yeah.
Got another text about how do you propagate Christmas cactus. I'd say try all means except water. A lot of things will root in water. What I've heard is water roots and regular air roots in soil are not the same. So at the node where the thing would naturally pinch, you pinch pieces off, you let them dry a day or two. You stick them in rooting hormone, endobutyric acid, IBA, endobutyric acid. Stick them in the hormone as soon as you pinch, set them on the counter. I've done some in soil. I've done some in sand, some in vermiculite, just laying them down, putting them upright. Pretty easy to do, I think, for the most part, but little pieces close to the tip at the node, a root hormone on the end, and then stick it in some sort of very oxygenated medium.
You forgot the very most important first step. Have your lawyer sign off on it before you do this.
Right. Yep. Again, the gentleman that texted or lady, not sure which one, said, hey, it said on the label, illegal to propagate. And I'm sure that's propagation for resale and making new plants that you're going to sell down the road. I was going to put out the number, but we're going to count it down here in just a minute. I want to say that the infamous, they point the finger at the person at fault and recognize how many fingers you're pointing back at. My Christmas tree order on Doug firs got mixed up with Nordman firs, and I got twice as many Doug firs and half as many Nordman firs and didn't catch it till 2 weeks after my order got here, which made me go, oh my gosh, I've got too many Doug firs. I'm going to put them on sale. I have some trees that start at $50, and starting at is keep my lawyer safe and me safe with my lawyer. There's only a few that are $50, but I have a lot of trees that are $65, $75, 6 to 7 to 8 foot trees that are $90. I have $200 and $300 trees that are beautiful, Nordman fir and noble fir, but I have Doug firs starting at $65. I have a few little trees, and I don't want it to be misleading. They're waist high, maybe chest high, little kind of ugly trees, but they're $50. I have a lot of Doug firs at $65 and $75. A 6 to 7 foot tree for $75 is, to me, unheard of. It goes back decades to be that cheap. So I got extras. And if you want Nordmans or Nobles and you want anything of size, you need to show up today. When I got there this morning, before I came down here to the radio show, there were huge holes in the Noble firs. In fact, we're going to combine Noble and Nordman together and make room for these Doug firs. Doug fir is, to me, the perfect tree. When you look at Charlie Brown's Christmas, and he brings home the ugly little tree, and when they decorate and get the Christmas spirit behind it, ding, it becomes a perfect tree. That's what a Doug fir looks like. It is extremely triangular. They're a very perfectly shaped tree. Beautiful. The other thing that's really, really important, fresh cut that tree before you put it in water. Keep it in water. Know that it'll drink close to a gallon of water a day for the first week or so. If you don't know that, you put the tree up on Thursday or Friday, and remember Sunday to check it. It's sealed and not taking up any more water. Water, water, water. Funny, my whole show, my whole time, year round, goes to water, water, water. Merry Christmas to y'all. I will be on one more time before Christmas.
And buy yourself a live Christmas tree at Jericho Nursery, too.
Yeah, we have live trees as well, if you want to do that. Thanks for being part of my day, allowing me to be part of yours. Thanks for inviting me into your home. Do something nice for somebody. It's not hard. Doesn't cost you anything. Once again, Richard from Jericho Nursery. Very Merry Christmas. Come buy a Christmas tree from me. Show your support. Show your love. Till next time. 2, 1, I'm out.
The preceding show has been a paid commercial advertisement. The views expressed do not reflect those of this station, its ownership, or management.
Yo, New Mexico, it's Rick from Jericho here to remind you that your guardian angels are here to help you with all your gardening adventures and endeavors this season. So come to Jericho and take a walk through our peaceful tropical greenhouses. Stroll through trees and shrubs and check out the yard and find some of the most amazing yard art and wall decor you've seen in the 505. At Jericho, you're sure to find a warm smile from friendly people who appreciate you. A pleasant but honest answer. Where are you going to go? Jericho. Hoorah!
Some restrictions apply. See store for details.
You've got your whole life ahead of you, so choose a Medicare plan you can count on. And that's what you get with a Medicare Advantage plan from United Healthcare. With more than 45 years' experience serving its members, United Healthcare has plans with low monthly premiums that fit your life today and as your needs change tomorrow. The Medicare annual enrollment period ends December 7th, so go to uhc.com/Medicare today. United Healthcare Medicare plans. It's Medicare coverage New Mexico can count on.
KKOB AM and FM Albuquerque.
There is a sense of urgency.
New Mexico's talk revolution. Download the app. Stream the truth.
From ABC News, I'm Wayne Cabot. Picking up the pieces on a cold December day across Ukraine, with Russia sending 700 drones and missiles, putting new pressure on American negotiators.
Ukrainian and U.S. officials in Miami for a third day of talks, now jointly calling on Russia to show a serious commitment to long-term peace. A statement described the discussions in Florida as constructive, but that any real progress depends on Russia. But following these attacks, Ukraine's Foreign Minister Andrei Sybiha saying that the attacks really show that Russia continues to disregard any efforts to end the war. Britt Clennett, ABC News, Kyiv region.
In the Kherson region on Thursday, Russia attacked a maternity ward. The World Health Organization says that Ukraine women will be giving birth in the dark this winter, saying 250,000 hospitalized patients may be left without heat or power. Hope of defeating the COVID pandemic in the U.S. hit a